Okay, my name is John Pint. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the United States, but I've been here in Mexico for almost 40 years. As a cave explorer, I began to look for caves here in Mexico. And when we would go out looking for a cave in the middle of nowhere, we would frequently find something else. And that's where the stories began to accumulate. And eventually, after many, many articles in newspapers, we started making collections in books. After visiting these wonderful places and writing about them for years, I began to ask myself, how is it possible that there are so many interesting places, that there's all this geodiversity in this area? And I was thinking of, in the United States, if you are like in the state of Kansas and you start at one point and you drive 100 kilometers, drive 200 kilometers, well, you might see the very same thing out the window. Every 100 kilometers you look out the window and it looks exactly the same. Sorry folks in Kansas, but I mean, I think it's like that. And here, you couldn't even go 2 kilometers here without running into a deep canyon or some strange thing. Geological phenomena all over the place. Why is this area so special? Until I opened up a book called Geo-Mexico, and I see in this book a map of the ecosystems of Mexico. And it shows Mexico has 5 big ecosystems. You know, there's this tropical forest over here, and there's these savannas over here, and there's desert. They're just showing the 5 big ecosystems of the whole country. So I drew a circle around Guadalajara, 500 kilometers in diameter, with Guadalajara in the center of it. And I couldn't believe it. Guadalajara is located exactly at the point where all 5 ecosystems converge. And I said, now I'm beginning to understand. A person living in Guadalajara can go north on Monday and they end up in one ecosystem with its flora and its fauna. And on Tuesday, go south and end up in another ecosystem with its flora and its fauna. And all 5 days of the week you can go and you are in a different ecosystem. So we are located in a truly extraordinary place. Everybody says Mexicans are friendly. But I mean, it is something rather extraordinary. I have lived in many different countries. I've lived in Jamaica, in South Korea, in Saudi Arabia. I've lived in lots and lots of places. And no, Mexico wins over all the others very, very easily. People really feel that the guy they run into on the street could instantly become a friend for life. And that when someone makes a friend in Mexico, they really do make that friend for life.